Hello everyone! Today we're going to learn about rhythms. So in order to make a cool beat or a cool rhythm, you have to have different types of notes. Some notes are long, some notes are short. And when you put them together, it makes a cool rhythm or beat. So first we're going to start with a whole note. Okay. A whole note usually gets 4 beats. So this whole note will last for a whole total count of 4 beats, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then finally, it's over. So let me put this here. So a whole note receives 4 beats. It lasts for 4 beats. So I'll just put a 4 over here so you remember. Okay? So that's a whole note. Try it with me. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is called a whole note. Okay, here is a half note. This one's not as long. So a half note typically gets 2 beats. It lasts for 2 counts. Like this. Here I go. 1, 2. Right. So that is a half note. Half note gets 2 beats. So I'm going to put a 2 over here so you remember that. Now, say if I want more than just one half note. What if I want 2? 2 half notes. So I have beat 1 and 2 over here under the first half note. And 3 and 4 come after. So beat 3 and beat 4 will go to this half note. And when I put it together, it'll sound like this. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, try it with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And those are half notes. And they get 2 beats. One half note gets 2 beats. Okay, now moving on to the quarter note. So you see the visual difference is a half note, you can see through it. A quarter, it's full. Okay, so a half note gets typically just 1 beat. So here's a quarter note. That's it. Okay, well, say if I want more than just one. I want more than just 1 quarter note. So let me go ahead and I'm going to add 3 more quarter notes. Okay, so I have 1 quarter note, I have 2, 3, and there's my 4th one. Okay, so this is going to be beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, and beat 4. And it would sound like this. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's try this together. Now we're going to start all the way from the whole note. Then we're going to go straight through without stopping and go to the half notes. And then we're going to go straight through and then go to the quarter notes. Let's try it together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Whole notes. Here, whole note. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quarter note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce you to the 8th note. So actually, I'm going to draw it up here. An 8th note by itself looks like that. It has 1 flag. And an 8th note gets half a beat. So it's like cutting a quarter note in half. It's half a beat. Okay, but usually when you see 8th notes, it usually comes in pairs. So usually it doesn't come by itself, usually. So you would count it like this, 1 and. So that would fill 1 beat. 1 and. 1 and. So it's like cutting the quarter note in half and getting 2 smaller notes out of the quarter note. Those 2 smaller notes are called 8th notes. So a quarter note is worth 1 full beat. And you cut it in half, and you get these 2 smaller beats. So this is 1/8 note. That 1/8 note gets half a beat. And then this 8th note also gets half a beat. So you take this half, put it together with this half, and you get one whole beat. And we would count it like this, 1 and, 1 and. And then you can do the same thing with these 8th notes. You take this 8th note and this 8th note, half and a half. You put it together, you get another full beat. And you would say 2 and.
So from here, it would be 1 and 2 and. Keep going, 3 and 4 and. So those are eighth notes.
So say if I want more eighth notes, I want more than that. Let me go ahead and draw some more eighth notes here. So I'm going to put 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you would count these eighth notes like this. Here I go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Try it with me. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So those are eighth notes. An eighth note by itself looks like that, and it gets half a beat. It's like cutting a quarter note in half, okay? So now we're going to count all the way from the whole note all the way down through our eighth notes, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, half note. 1, 2, 3, 4, quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's do that one more time from the whole note. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4 eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Those are the basics of counting rhythm. Okay, let's do the rhythm run through. The rhythm run through exercise is where you start with the whole note, you go all the way through, and then you go straight to the half notes without stopping, and then you go to the quarter notes without stopping, and then you end with the eighth notes. So here is the rhythm run through exercise, starting with the whole notes. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4 half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4 quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4 eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that is called the rhythm run through. Okay, so now I'm going to point this time. You follow along. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, let's do it one more time through, and then hopefully you have mastered the rhythm run through exercise. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 half note. 1, 2, 3, 4 quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4 eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that is the rhythm run through.